the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Storms ripped across the area yesterday afternoon and last evening, but folks, things are finally trending in the right direction. How long do we get to enjoy some quieter weather? I'll have your forecast in just a bit.
Another band of storms left damage across northern Virginia. In Fairfax County, crews are hard at work with the cleanup effort.
Also moments away, one council member in the district is set to announce a new plan to tackle the growing crime across the city. What he's set to propose. Good afternoon and thank you for joining us for the news at noon, covering all of the DMV. I'm Ben Dennis in for Mark Hall. Your time is 12 o'clock. Destructive storms moving through the DMV last night, taking down trees, power lines. They canceled flights and still had thousands in the dark this afternoon. Those trees in the video falling in Fairfax, while the heavy rain on the right you see is in Fredericksburg, Maryland. Well, let's take a live look outside of the Kennedy Center. Feels cooler today with a slight breeze. You could see with the camera bobbing up and down on our rooftop camera. But we have our meteorologist Damon Matson joining us for the latest check on our forecast. Damon, you were on the air for several hours yesterday. It was an active one indeed. How are things looking right now? Well,
it's nice to see things quieting down, especially if we just have the wind and that's it. We'll take that.
We'll take that
every single time because, yeah, folks, yesterday was quite the event. Now, again, some portions of the DMV lucked out, did not see the direct brunt of a lot of these storms. But this graphic just tells a story in and of itself. All of these little white icons you see here, these are all storm damage reports, primarily from wind damage. We've also had a couple of reports looking back on yesterday's event from hail and also flooding that took place. But yeah, we just saw a litter of those storm reports come in after everything started to quiet down finally, and we're now beginning to pick up the pieces a little bit here today in this quieter weather. And yeah, some of these rainfall totals are pretty impressive, looking up toward Washington County in particular. With that heavy rainfall, some locations picked up 2 inches plus as these storms tracked across the region. So heavy rainfall, the wind, the hail, all factors yesterday caused by this cold front. But there it is now, finally east of the DMV. This storm system that caused all of the havoc yesterday pulling away, and we have very quiet conditions in behind all of that activity. And there you go. This afternoon we'll stay in the low to mid 80s, a partly cloudy sky, and yes, low humidity is back and it's here to stay for at least a little while. But this quieter weather, it is only going to last for so long. Are we talking about the chance for storms again before the end of this week? We'll have your full forecast in just a bit.
Looking forward to it. Thank you, Damon. Heads up, drivers. The U.S. Park Police say Rock Creek Parkway and Potomac Parkway in Northwest D.C. between Parkway Drive and Virginia Avenue is closed due to high standing water. They say you'll have to use alternate routes and expect delays. Meanwhile, storms knocked out power, left damage across our region. In Northern Virginia, almost 50,000 people without power just last night. DC News Now's Lex Juarez is in Fairfax County with where the cleanup effort is ongoing.
Well, check this out. Downed power lines and trees toppled over. That's what's left this neighborhood off Zion Drive in the dark.
That's really dangerous. Like 20 seconds. Leaves started flying, then over I know rain is starting. Then after that I see the wires start, going down to the street, trees down.
Steve Jabari recorded the storm as it made its way through the neighborhood. He said after
it was so strong. I thought actually, more trees gonna come down.
Police came through shortly after and blocked the street before putting up caution tape and cones.
A generator can feed power back onto the lines. So just always assume if you see a wire down, assume that it's energized and stay 30 feet away at least.
Now there are hundreds of linemen out across the region working to restore power. In less than 18 hours, about 40,000 outages have been cleared. The speediness credited to previous cleanup efforts.
If we replace a pole, we put a bigger, stronger pole in. We replace cross arms with fiberglass cross arms, which are more durable. And so these kind of things really help with our restoration efforts.
The lights should be back on in this neighborhood in just a few hours. In Fairfax, I'm Lex Juarez, DC News Now.
Thanks to Lex for that report. We continue to track cleanup across the DMV. Our Haley Milon is working that story for us. We'll have more right here on DC News Now at 4 o'clock. And in Maryland, Governor Wes Moore was in Westminster to survey storm damage. You can see those power lines and power poles on top of cars with people inside of them. And he had met crews working to clean it all up. Look at your screen. This had happened again in Westminster along Route 140. State police say at one point 34 cars were stuck. People, again, inside that tangled mess. Thankfully and miraculously, nobody was hurt. Now, the governor addressed that heroes that work tirelessly to ensure safety and support.
And what we saw last night and into today was Maryland at its best. A Maryland who works together, a Maryland who comes together as one team and with one mission. There were people who were stuck and stranded in cars who were able to sleep in their own beds last night. And that's because of the work of everybody who moved and our first responders who made it so.
The governor also said that their hard work fixing the statewide issues, but it may not be an immediate release. There's still much more damage.
This is going to take some time to fix. The damage from last night is significant, and it will take time to make sure that we are getting everything done. But know that we plan on staying coordinated, we plan on staying focused, and know that we are going to get this done.
And notably, there's much more to repair from those damages, but a team with officials, rescue crews, and local residents is what prevented a tragedy. Good news there. Taking a wider look beyond the DMV, right now thousands across Virginia and Maryland are still without power. Dominion Energy reporting 5,100 customers still without any lights on. Meantime, BGE in Maryland reporting more than 14,000 customers without power. Pepco only reporting 44 customers without power. And don't forget, you can stay up to date 24/7 with the latest forecast on the DC Weather Now app. Download it with that QR code right there on your screen for any alerts as they develop in real time. You can also stay up to date on our website, dcnewsnow.com. Maryland Senator Chris Van Hollen is pushing a new proposal on Capitol Hill that would use federal infrastructure funding to help rebuild public schools across the country. Officials say the Rebuild America's Schools Act of 2023 would improve school infrastructure to ensure that school facilities are safe, healthy, and offer positive learning environments for all students. The bill would create a federal-state partnership for school infrastructure. If passed, it would provide a total of $130 billion in direct grants and school construction bonds over 5 years. Officials say the grants would also create nearly 2 million new jobs. And back-to-school shopping is expected to break sales records for another year. The National Retail Federation says spending is expected to reach $41.5 billion this year, up from the previous record of just more than $37 billion back in 2021. Still a lot of money. This as many educators have to pay for out-of-pocket supplies. One survey indicates teachers are only given the basic necessities for classrooms. According to the National Education Association, more than 90% of educators use their own money for classroom supplies, more than 9 in 10. And happening today, Ward 8 D.C. Councilmember Trayon White plans to call for the activation of the National Guard to stop recent violence across the district. He's urging D.C. leaders to also declare a state of emergency. And the upcoming announcement will come after another mass shooting in D.C. over the weekend. We'll have more on this story coming up on DC News Now at 4 o'clock. Following this recent string of shootings, community activists say that they'll be hosting a summit of their own for young people to address the violence.
Giving them positive platforms to do the right things. A lot of young people are engaged in negative behaviors. I hate to say it, it's like they playing Grand Theft Auto in real life.
The summit will be held on Sunday, August 13th. It will start at 1 p.m. at the Arc on Mississippi Avenue in Southeast. Activists say there will be free food and giveaways for teenagers.
How can we capitalize on that? Bring the community together with the young people.
Organizers add they're also looking for volunteers to help chaperone the summit. Officials say so far more than 200 people have signed up for that event. Certainly a lot of